What's up, everyone? My name is Andrew Rivera, and I'm here with Tread Magazine in Daytona Beach, Florida at Jeep Beach 2023. It's the 20th anniversary of everything Jeep and off-road. There's so much stuff going on here. Hopefully we can show you everything. There is a lot, so let's go. So we're cruising down the vendor row and I got stopped in my tracks by this really cool looking Jeep. It's extremely modified. I just spoke to I believe he's the owner. He gave us a small rundown of what this thing is. For you Jeep enthusiasts out there who can identify, this is a Jeep TJ. It's got the grill and the cab from a TJ Jeep. I'm assuming the frame started out as a TJ Jeep as well, but it's heavily modified, handmade, 8-lug conversion axles from a Ford Super Duty, front and rear, and it's also riding on air suspension, so it's got airbags in the front and rear. The biggest noticeable thing about this sucker is the 12-valve Cummins sitting right here. Big diesel engine powering this thing. I wouldn't assume it's like made for speed. It's looks like it's a cruiser kind of deal. It's really meant for show. And you can see the big turbocharger hanging off of it. Super cool looking build. Oh, and see this transfer case right through the trans tunnel. It's just peeking out all through there with the transmission. Looks like it's got a real serious kicker audio system in it. 4 12s sitting in this big enclosure back here. It's pretty dope. And then these larger speakers on the outside. I was also told that this truck was built in 4.5 months. And it was home built in a garage, not in a shop. So big props to the builders for this thing. This is super cool. Always need a recovery winch, rough country recovery winch mounted right on the front, 9,500 pound winch, hydraulic assisted steering, big 40-inch tire with a 24-inch rim on it. Yeah, 24-inch rim, 40-inch tall tire, B&M shifter. A lot of custom details holding everything together on the dashboard, the sub enclosure. Awesome truck. Wow, definitely one of the more unique builds that we've seen out here. Let's keep on moving and check out some more stuff down Vendor Row. All right, we are here on Vendor Row and we are stopped at the Accuair tent. And we are here with our friend Joe. He's going to be showing us some really cool aftermarket parts for off-roading and for the Jeep line. So if anybody doesn't know what Accuair is, tell us what we got.
Yeah, sure, Andrew. First, welcome to our booth. At Accuair, we make air suspension for aftermarket vehicles. We have an air suspension control computer system that is fantastic. If you want to add air suspension to a car that doesn't already have it, we're going to help you out with that.
Yep.
With the Jeeps, we took a little bit of a different approach. We made a full dynamic lift kit. So that's how we think about it. That's what you're seeing on this Jeep and the two more I'll show you in a few minutes. And the way I think about this, I just think it's the best all-around aftermarket suspension kit you can put on a Jeep.
Right.
And I'll walk you through why. Of course, most people feel that way about the product they make, but I'm going to walk you through some of the special features today. So first thing that you can't see on a video, but everybody knows you don't buy a Jeep because it's the most comfortable riding vehicle. When you put this kit, this system on your Jeep, you instantly ride better than stock.
Okay.
But you're going to be a lifted vehicle.
Right.
You know, normally when you lift a vehicle, you degrade the ride quality.
Yeah, it's a rougher ride.
This is actually going to improve it.
Yeah.
It's going to improve it. If you think about it, a lot of the luxury vehicles in the world are using technology we're using on this Jeep.
Okay.
But we just do it in a different way, so you can do great things with this Jeep with our kit. So ride quality is great. All right, now what's the next feature? You're lifting your Jeep because you want to put larger tires on it, you want to take it off-road.
Yeah,
this Jeep is going to ride at 4 inches, and then if you need extra clearance, you can instantly, just at a touch of a button, get up to 5.5 inches of clearance, under 25 miles an hour.
Okay, so speed limited.
Speed limited, the system is intelligent. If you try to go up to 5.5 inches and drive over 25 miles an hour, it'll automatically just bring you safely right down to level at 4 inches.
Okay.
And take care of you right there. So I can demonstrate that for you. In the vehicle, you have this control, and there's pre-programmed levels. So we're at 2 right now. So it'll go up to 3 automatically for you, and you clear your obstacle, and you can drop right back down.
Right, right.
It'll allow you, so on the trail, you clear an obstacle, it's great, but you're up real high, it's a little, and then you go back down to 2, you're comfortable, you're super comfortable, more comfortable than normal sort of trail riding. We were in Moab, you don't feel like you're riding on, you know,
boulders and big jagged rocks. Yeah, real smooth ride. I could only assume that going off-road with a airbag system is amazing. It's like luxury almost.
It is. You feel like you're in a Mercedes, but you're in a Jeep that can go over almost anything.
Right.
So, you know, it's working its way to 3 right here. You can see that it's lifted from where we started, and you can see the components. You know, the air is actually what replaces the steel spring.
Right.
And we sell you JRI shocks with it, and it's got a whole bunch of components around control arms and other extenders, things like that. So you have a great lift kit here. One of the cool things we don't talk about is you disconnect your sway bar whenever you're going off-road.
Yep.
Whenever you go to put it back on, you have to have guys bouncing up and down on the hood to line it up. You don't have to here.
Oh, do it all by yourself.
You can just control it on your phone, get it lined up, pop it in. So, all right, I cleared my obstacle. And I want to go down. And it just goes right down. And I'm controlling it manually so you can see it, otherwise it just gets there.
So it's got options to move it up and down manually or automatically to preset numbers, right?
So, yep, that's right. So I brought it down nice and low so you can hop in and out of it. So that's this vehicle. Each of the vehicles come with onboard air.
Okay.
So you want to blow up, you're going to the beach, you want to blow up a raft. You're going off-roading, you want to reinflate your tires. Right here, you just hook in. It comes with a kit with a hose, and you can just go right to your tires, blow them up. You can even run some small air tools off of it.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, when you're outdoors, there's all kinds of stuff you're going to need compressed air for, whether it be filling up those tires or, like you said, some rafts or cleaning up stuff. That's awesome.
And this is where the fun comes in. Normally, the better you make it for off-road, the worse it is for towing.
Okay.
But you hook up towing to this, and it's going to auto level.
Right. So no more sag.
No more sag. The Jeep's not even going to. You're not even going to see the weight in the back. It's going to be spread out. You're going to have great contact on all the tires and great traction.
Plus, you get that awesome look of the big lift for your tires. It's not just squatting down in the back.
That's right.
Awesome.
And then last but not least, if you're overlanding, you don't have to search around for 40 minutes to find flat ground. You can control each wheel. You're on a little hill, you can flatten it out so you can sleep without sleeping on an incline.
Oh, that's awesome.
That feeling of sleeping and you keep sliding down, you don't have to have that.
So no searching for the perfect spot or having to jack up each corner of the car manually with a jack or whatever type of device that you have. Really cool.
You know, you think about it, you hear overlanders talking about, hey, I want to go overlanding, but they load up their Jeep with so much weight.
Right.
And to have the right suspension for that, you have to choose. Do I want the suspension that can handle the weight and then it rides really rough on road? Or do I ride really nice Monday through Friday and I go out overlanding over the weekend and it can't handle the weight?
Yeah.
Our system gives you both. You ride great on the road, you ride great once you're weighted up going overlanding, and then you can level.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's the best all-around system you can get.
Yeah, best of both worlds. That's awesome. I've seen the Accuair products in different applications in the automotive industry, and seeing it here in off-road, it makes a lot of sense, and it's kind of weird that it hasn't happened sooner, to be honest with you. You know?
That's an interesting comment. You know why it happened now?
What is that?
So Accuair's parent company is Arnott. We're the world leader in aftermarket replacing air suspension springs. So if you have a Mercedes, a Range Rover, BMW, a Cadillac, and your air suspension needs replaced, you're probably getting an Arnott part. We're the market leader there. So we have a whole team of air suspension engineers. We had them work with our Accuair team, the computer knowledge that we have in Accuair, the air spring knowledge we have in Arnott, we create this kit. It took those two teams coming together to be able to create something this innovative.
Yeah, awesome. I see, so we're walking a little bit past the truck here. You gave us an introduction on the vehicle, and I see a bunch of parts laid out on the table. Are these all parts that are included in the dynamic suspension kit?
So these are upgrades.
Okay, so, upgraded shocks. These are pretty beefy here. Yeah,
you can get JRI upgraded shocks, front and rear. Really great reservoir shocks. This is a really, really beefy jack. You can feel this. Go ahead and lift that up. Get your workout in for the day.
Yeah,
that thing is not breaking.
If you got 40-inch tires, you absolutely need this, right?
That's right. This handles solid billet, machined out of solid billet. All the components are really fantastic and strong, very adjustable.
Yeah, super nice.
This is the connection kit, so you can put it on the front of the Jeep. These are the components you get with the lift kit system. So on these two tables, you get the control arms. These are the rear. Yeah. Those are the front. Yep. And then steering linkage. And you have your bags. These are really highly engineered. Again, you can feel this. This thing is not. People sometimes the concern is, hey, is air tough?
Solid billet ends on this thing.
This thing's tough as nails.
Yeah.
We've run these kits all through Moab. And remember, we've been selling air springs for 30 years.
Right.
These things are designed to last.
Yeah, a lot of engineering going into those, I could tell.
This bolts right in underneath the vehicle. So your compressor, your tank, your valve block, and then of course one of these little handy controllers.
Right on.
And then
the mounts here, are they a universal mount or are they vehicle specific?
Vehicle specific.
Okay, that's really cool.
So this is designed to fit right under the vehicle you buy. You get the JT, there's a spot, it's going to bolt right up in. That's why it's important when you buy this kit, you want to get it for either the Gladiator, for the 4xe JL, for the regular JL, or for the JK.
Okay, so they're tailored to fit each individual vehicle.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
These are highly engineered systems.
All right, so this is some of the parts here, and we have a bunch of other products here on the table.
Absolutely. These are the standard shocks that come with it. Still beautiful monotube shocks.
Yep.
And then this is in the vehicle. This is the controller. It's the brains of the system, and then it comes with the air regulator I showed you down there.
Right, right.
So you can just pop right in and use air for whatever you need.
Cool. So it comes with a regulator. You can dial in exactly the pressure you want to have going to whatever you're using it for.
Right there, and you're good to go.
Super cool.
Absolutely. Oh, and then this is the kit. So this comes with it. This thing is going to be plug and play. You get anything you need for your suspensions coming, and you're done.
Right.
So not only do you get the regulator, you get the little kit with the chuck and hose line. You're ready to go. You just throw that in the back, and you're fully functional.
Right, right.
And then one of the questions we get is, well, it's air. It's like like a tire. What happens if you have a break? We have an emergency repair kit. You're not going to get stranded. It's going to be very rare, but you can ride this down on the bump stops. Think of it like run flat tires. It's uncomfortable,
but you're going to keep
going. You can ride. And if it's something where, like, say a line got cut, something silly happened, you can repair the line. You can take it out. We even have a little compressor in here. You just put a straighter valve on the bag, blow it up. You're not going to have all the dynamic nature of it, but you can ride home and then repair the system. Right. Super simple. You could do it at a rest stop.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to need it. This is really a peace of mind, piece of insurance that allows people to be comfortable with it. I don't think you're going to use it often, but it's great to have.
Yeah, just like insurance.
That's right. It's insurance. It's insurance.
Better to have it than to not when you need it.
Yeah, I think, there are so many cars on the road with air suspension riding around every day today. We know because we service that market as well. Yeah. This is a really proven technology and system.
Oh, absolutely. It's been around for a long time. It's not new technology, but the application is a little bit new.
The application's 100% new, and we're super proud of that. It's not very often you create a whole new category in the Jeep space.
Yeah, no.
Most things have been done
before.
It's been done
for everything.
New.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it's exciting to see, honestly.
Yeah, so we can look at another vehicle. We can. So again, this is the JK.
For monitoring tank pressure, a great resource for knowing what's immediately available for using the coded inflation, air fuel, or adjusting weather. Going to the settings at the top right.
So I just leveled it. If I want to drop it down. And this will give you a feel for the full.
You almost don't even need the power step there with such a low ride height, huh?
These power steps were put on before the system existed.
Right.
And that's a great point, Andrew. We think when you buy this kit, you save money because you don't have to buy power steps. Yeah. You don't have to pay for an onboard air system.
Right.
You don't have to get another lift kit.
These are all separate things that people buy, for their Jeep. Yeah, when you buy your kit, these are kind of just like thrown in there as part of it already. That's really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's really awesome product. I really love it. It's like I said before, I mean, it's amazing that it hasn't been done before, but I'm glad to see a company like Arnott and Accuair bringing it to market. It's really cool.
One last comment on this, in case your audience wants to know. These are FMVSS certified, so they've gone through rollover testing. Yeah. At height also. Okay. So these are very safe, and that's why at 25 miles an hour, you go above that, it's going to bring you right down to the height. We've proven that, at least as safe as stock from a rollover perspective.
Right,
so the kit's nice and safe, it automatically takes care of that.
That's awesome,
It gives you peace of mind.
Yeah.
If you have a teenager, like I have teenagers, I'm really happy that it has these safety
you don't feel
features built
unsafe
in.
sending him out there in a vehicle that's going up and down and doing all these dynamic things. Super
That's
cool.
right. It's going to take care of you.
Yeah, Joe, thanks so much for showing us the product.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. Until next time, hopefully we see these products out in the wild more. I'm really excited about it.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Well, we're going to head out and check out some more vendors. Let's go.
Thanks for coming by. Have fun.
We are out here at the Jeep obstacle course where they're out here showcasing some of their latest vehicles. We're going to go out on there and see what it's all about. Come on. All right, so we are in a brand new Jeep Rubicon and we're here with...
Yeah, my name's Nick.
What's up, Nick? How are you?
Good. So we're in the Wrangler Rubicon 4xe. Start us out here, we're going to test our 10.8 inches of ground clearance by driving over these logs. We do have it in 4-low with the rear axle lock, so once we get on the logs, my foot's off the gas, it's crawling over all by itself. Doing it all for us. And we do have the electronic disconnecting sway bar in the front there, so we do have that disconnected right now. Just allowing the tires more room to travel independently here. So we do have that front driver's side tire in the air, just a little bit. We're going to do the same with that front passenger tire. Crawls over these like it's nothing. And
effortless.
On the berm, we're going about 25 degrees up. We're not going to tip over because of that low center of gravity. We can actually stop, give it a little shake while we're up here. It's not going anywhere. Nice and sturdy. And this one has our Sky One touch soft top, so we can actually open and close the top all from the push of a button up here.
Super cool.
And the 4xe is our plug-in hybrid. So we have an all-electric range of 21 miles. We can get up to 49 mpge while in hybrid mode. And we do have a 2-liter turbo under the hood. So combined, that has 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Goes 0 to 60 in 6 seconds with it. And the hill's about 26 degrees up. Crawls up it again like it's nothing. This is where that forward camera comes in handy since we can't see the bottom of the hill from over the hood.
See your descent?
And going down, we do have hill descent control, so the Jeep itself could actually do all the braking for us. And we are fully loaded in here, so we have our heated front seats, heated steering wheel, blind spot monitors in the mirrors, forward collision warning with active braking. It is stickered at about 70,000, and that's basically fully loaded.
Wow, super impressive. That was very eye-opening on how capable this thing is.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Of course,
I appreciate it.
You guys have a great rest of your day.
We will. All right, I just got out of a brand new Jeep Rubicon. It tackled this course with ease. It's really awesome to see that these things, you could pick them up straight from the factory and they're capable to handle, I mean, almost any off-road situation. Really cool, really impressive. Let's go check out some more Jeeps. All right, so we've taken a ride along on the Jeep Manufacturers Experience course down the vendor way over there, and now we're here at the off-road course where attendees can bring their personal rides out and show what they're capable of. So let's take a look at some of these attendee Jeeps and see what they're all about. right, we are continuing on down Vendor Row, and we've stopped here at Nexen Tire. We're here with Jason, and we have some really cool products. We've got some old products that have been around for a while, and some really cool new products that are on the market. Jason's gonna tell us a little bit about what he's got here.
So right here on this Gladiator, we've got our Rhodia MTX mud terrain tire that's been around for about 4 years now. Really popular tire with the Jeep community. You know, they love the big aggressive sidewall. It comes in 2 different sidewall options, this beast mode that we like to call it here, and then a more conservative kind of block on the other side, so you have your choice. 3-ply sidewall, over-engineered tread. This tire can be aired up to 80, it can be aired down, you know, to do rock crawling. We have a lot of racers in Ultra 4 and Champ Off-Road that just really abuse the heck out of this tire and come out, you know, on top almost every time. So it's a tried and true for us. Again, it's one of the most popular for the Jeep community. We run up to 37-inch by 13.5 or 12.5, depending on your wheel size. And yeah, it's been a great tire for us.
Is it good for like towing? Say if you're carrying, I don't know, some power sports, like jet skis or a small RV or something.
Yep.
They're rated for that?
Correct. They're F-load rated, which means you can air them up to 80 psi.
Yep.
If you're hauling a heavy load, or if you just have a heavy load like a camper on the back, they're perfect for that.
Cool.
Yep.
So this is a tire that you've had around for a while, the MTX?
Yeah. We launched it like 2018-ish. So yeah, it's been around for several years now.
Cool.
Yeah.
What you got any kind of new products or something
so
that's
over in the middle here we have our ATX tire, our new all-terrain. This tire we just launched this past year. Its predecessor was called the AT Pro, and that won all kinds of awards. It's OE fitment on a bunch of Dodge and Ram vehicles.
Oh, awesome.
This is got some marked improvements. So beefier sidewall, you know, has also the same as the MTX, a little more aggressive on the other side. It has kind of a lizard skin on the sidewall for those that want a little cooler look. Again, 3-ply sidewall, you can air it up to 80 psi, great for towing, and then it's also great for your all-around. So a lot of people that, you know, do 80-90% on the road but like that occasional trail, this is a perfect tire. So it's really good in wet. So any kind of wet and rain, it grips really well with the compound. It actually gets better as it wears, so there's a second layer, you know, after you hit 25,000-30,000 miles. And then you know, what I think is the best feature of an AT tire, it's quiet on the road. So you're not going to be humming, you know, like an MT tire per se. It's a very kind of user-friendly tire in that regard.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah, it looks like a really aggressive tire. I love that everybody now has the asymmetrical designs on the sidewalls, because not everybody loves it. It just gives some more variety when you're going to buy a tire, because not everybody might be sold on every pattern.
Right.
So that's really cool. I like that. I mean,
we were one of the
I'm a
first
style guy, you know.
Yep.
And I see you guys have some other products here that aren't so off-road, but
yeah. So just
still...
to round out kind of our light truck and Jeep lineup is
not everybody drives their Jeeps off-road.
Exactly.
We know that.
And so for those that are either towing their Jeeps to, you know, an off-road park, or, you know, they tow it to a show and they want something for their hauling rig, these are great. And then again, if you're primarily on the road and you don't need that beefy look, this is a really good tire. Not only for Florida, where, you know, they get a lot of rain, it cuts the rain really well, but it's also 3-peak mountain certified, which is the only highway truck tire that's 70,000 mile warranty that also has that 3-peak. So it's very unique in that regard. Just won a couple design awards in Europe, in Germany for performance and design. So we're really proud of this tire. Again, we actually have 3 different options for sidewall on this one. Kind of 3 different patterns, including the white letter, which is, you know, coming back in popularity.
Yeah,
so
it's a
lot of different options for this tire. Again, it's well-rounded. It's kind of over-engineered like we do everything. One of the things that we love to tout at Nexen is our warranty. We have one of the best warranties in the industry. Regarding whether it's 70,000, 60,000, We also have a 45-day trial, so if
Oh,
you're
wow.
not happy with it, as long as you put less than 500 miles on it, you can exchange that for a different tire.
Cool.
So, and then we're the only company in the U.S. that hasn't had a recall in over 20 years. So
That's
we're
an
pretty proud of
impressive
that.
stat right
Yeah,
there.
Over 500 million tires sold, no recalls.
Wow.
So we're
That's
pretty
something to brag
impressed.
about.
Yeah. Yep.
That's really cool, man. Rhodia tires have been around for a long time. I've worked in the automotive industry for a long time, and this is a very reputable brand for sure.
Yep.
Nexen Rhodians.
Yep.
See them a lot of trucks.
Yeah, we're OE fitment, like I said, on several Ram and Jeep vehicles. We're actually OE fitment on the new Jeep Wrangler and Gladiator coming out later this year.
Oh wow,
So,
that's impressive too.
So yeah, we're happy about that.
You hear that? That's really impressive. Nexen tires coming on the OEM Jeeps.
Yep, both this tire and the ATX are going to be OE fitment on the Rubicon and the standard Sport.
Ah, super cool,
Yeah.
man. Wow, Jason. Well, thank you so much for showing us the product line, whether it be on-road or off-road. Nexen Tires got what you're looking for.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Yeah, appreciate your time, Jason.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing us the products, man.
Sounds good.
Let's head on out to the next one. All right, we are still here on Vendor Row. We're here at American Adventure Lab. We're here with Britt. He's got a bunch of really cool overlanding products, it looks like here.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got here?
Absolutely. So American Adventure Lab has been in business about 4 years. We moved from Alabama out to Utah to start this company, and we thought, well, if you're going to go fishing, you go where the fish are. So we're going to make adventure-based components around vehicles. So we're going to go out to Utah where everybody goes to do their adventures. So we primarily started with the JL Wrangler. So when that vehicle came out, we sort of reset everything, got to start from scratch. And we focus on storage solutions. So this product here we call a flip and slide. It's a 2-stage slide with a flip at the end. So think of it as a place to cook your meals, possibly work on some of your product tools and things like that. Over here we have what we call a Versatable. So this folds down super easy, no moving parts, nothing to rattle. And in the back we have our mass system. So we have different size drawers that we call modules. We got 6-inch, 4-inch, flat slide up on top. Above that we have our mass cargo shelf. So it's adjustable about 7.5 inches up and down, and makes it really nice to tuck down to the top of your fridge or your drawer stack. Above that we do Milwaukee pack out plates, and yeah, it's all been really good. It's nice and flexible, so people can pick the products that they want.
Yeah,
Make
it
it
looks
what they
like you
need.
got some heavy stuff up there. Is there a weight capacity on any of these slide
I
outs?
don't have an exact weight capacity, but
Yeah.
if you look on the product page, you can see a video of me doing jumping jacks right in the middle of the
Oh,
show.
well, that'll tell us right there what the weight limit is.
The best we could do to test it was calisthenics on top of it. So,
Awesome. That's really cool. I really like that.
Thanks.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people love this product.
Yeah,
Very usable.
it's all 50-52 aluminum.
Mhm.
It keeps it as light as possible.
Yeah.
And we build it all in-house. We
Okay.
do laser and forming in-house. So we keep a pretty tight eye on it, making sure everything's perfect.
Awesome. Made right there in Utah, in America.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's really cool. And you got this trailer hooked up over here.
Yeah,
Looks
so
like a bunch of really cool fabricated parts as well.
So that's a funny story. So we've got a bunch of Gladiator products that are coming out.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'll just pick up a Gladiator bed and build a cool display out of it.
Uh-huh.
And very quickly that evolved into a full trailer.
Yeah.
And there's been so much interest here that we're going to start selling the trailer chassis as a kit. So that way you could source your own bed, or we'll
Look at
try to
that.
find some beds as well. But
So it went for just an idea to make a display model.
That's
and
it.
here you go. It's an
Yep.
all new product.
yeah, and I think we hit on a pretty cool niche that we're not necessarily building
Yeah.
an overland trailer or a dirt bike trailer. What we're building is a platform. So the same
Right.
way that we do our storage, all of our bracketry and mounts, they're all pretty universal as far as things you can put on them. So
Okay.
the trailer is going to follow that same plan. So we'll have a bunch of patterned holes throughout the vehicle, throughout the trailer chassis.
Yep.
And we'll make modules to attach to those patterned holes.
Okay, so
So-
all your different products will be able to put anywhere.
That's right. Yep.
Okay, really
Yep.
cool.
And you may not even want a bed on it. You know, we'll have modules that take up the whole kit.
You
Yeah.
make all these things, are they specific to each vehicle, and do you only do Jeeps, or you do other models and makes as well? Or
So what we
how's
try
that
to do, the base plate that you see like in the bottom of the Wrangler,
Yeah.
that base plate is Wrangler specific.
Okay.
But the actual drawer modules, everything that we make works off the same pattern.
Okay.
So for example, if you had like a Land Cruiser, 200 series Land Cruiser. Once you put the plate in the bottom, you could then use those drawers on that plate.
So basically any vehicle that has a cargo space that can fit your module.
Exactly. Yep.
That's super cool.
That's it.
It makes it very versatile.
Yeah, we have customers that'll move, like we'll have like a JL and JK customer. Like maybe the wife's is the JK, the husband's JL. They'll move those drawers from vehicle to vehicle based on what they're doing. Like one of the Jeeps might be a super rock crawler, and one might be, you know, a road trip Jeep. And you can move the drawers over in 5 or 10 minutes, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, show us a little bit of how the product works.
So this is obviously a Gladiator bed. There are 2 products on here that we did patents on. So we replaced the plastic bed caps with these. We call this a bed rail attachment system.
Nice.
So what happens once you pull that plastic bed cap off the rail, you expose a bunch of little holes.
Yeah.
So all these holes that you see in the top plate go through the holes that are already in the bedside.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
Down below here is a steel L bracket that's threaded. So all of these bolts thread into that bracket. So what happens, you end up sandwiching your top plate and your bottom plate into the bed. So
gives it a lot of
super
stiffness.
Strong. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I have a pickup truck as well, and yeah, those plastic deals that you get from the factory aren't so awesome, and you end up having to replace them, or they end up denting the bed anyway.
Yeah.
This seems like it'll stop a lot.
Well, we just decided we wanted to attach things there.
Right.
So if you notice, our bed racks don't go inside the bed rail.
Yeah.
And what that lets us do is stack a tonneau cover, or we have some new products coming out that will actually raise up and give some room for higher fridges and things like that. So we got a lot planned for this.
Yeah.
And the second one, we have a system that you buy what we call a template, and you assemble it, and you lay the template into the bed, and that shows you all the holes that you can drill that put you on pattern. So like I was explaining earlier, that way you can drill holes for your pattern. So this slide here, when you slide it out, you'll notice there's only 4 bolts that are holding this thing in. So if you see the middle bolt in each of those back sections, that's actually
that's
what
the
goes,
attachment point to the bed floor.
Yep.
Wow.
And so what it means is when you take that out, you don't have anything sticking up into the bed. So then you're back to a flat bed surface.
Yeah, a lot of the things you mount from the bottom with a stud or sandwich it or something like that.
Yep. And so down below the bed, we have 3/16 steel nut plates.
Okay.
So that spreads out all the load and make sure you're not pulling a nutsert or something like that. So we can actually use pretty small fasteners, which is cheaper, lighter, you know, it's just better than doing a big thick fastener in it.
I see on the bed, on the front of the bed and on the side, it's got these perforated panels here.
Yep.
What's the idea behind these guys?
Yeah, so that's the U.S. military MOLLE spec pattern.
Okay.
So anything that's made for MOLLE spec, the actual legit MOLLE will attach to that.
Okay.
And then we also put a 7mm hole in between those, which that'll let you put in a 1/4-20 bolt or an M6 bolt. We built some brackets. We make compressor mounts and axe mounts and shovels and things like that, so you can attach stuff directly to that.
Oh, that's awesome. It makes it extremely versatile. Puts almost anything. And then obviously you can just use so much more of the space.
That's right.
Not only is it packed out and all the shelving, but on the sides too. That's really
when
cool.
we get the enclosure that we have is called a load-bearing enclosure. It'll be waterproof and airtight. We'll actually end up pressurizing that, so that way we keep the dust out and everything else. So when that gets in, basically you have these slides in your drawers, and you'll still be able to put your rooftop tent on top of the rack and still be below the cab height. So that means you can pull into your garage no problem and stuff like that. On the spare tire display here, so this is what we call a spare tire platform.
Okay.
This is a pretty universal product. It fits anywhere from 33 to 40-inch tires, and it actually straps through the wheel and around the tire to give you extra space to do firewood or, you know, we got people that put chainsaws on it and stuff like that. So gives you a spot to mount your Max Tracks, axe shovel. On the side we do roto packs. On this side we have a Milwaukee pack out plate, so you can run the small pack out boxes.
Yeah.
And it's all 50-52 aluminum.
Yeah, so it's lightweight.
Exactly. The main platform and the brackets are only 18 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So
that is really lightweight. That's awesome. I've never seen anything like this.
Well, good. Now you have.
Yeah. Super cool. And there's even more attachment points for all the hooks.
That's right. So this is L-track. So this is 2 holes of the L-track pattern. So any of the connectors or single studs or dual connectors, those all can just slip right in. And that gives you basically limitless options to tie things down.
Yeah, plenty of cargo straps to hold anything you need up here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really cool.
Space in the Wrangler is tough.
Yeah.
And so that's what started all
the
this.
little boxes.
That's it, yeah. So our website is AmericanAdventureLab.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at American Adventure Lab.
Well, Britt, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. It was really cool getting to learn about your new products and what you guys are building. I like them a lot, and I'm sure everybody out on the trails are going to love them too. So we're going to hit the road and see if we can find some other really cool products to check out.
Good luck.
We're out here in the camping and overlanding section, and we happen to see Ray and his awesome rig right here. It's outfitted with a bunch of really cool products, and we kind of wanted to stop and see what it's all about and ask you some questions about how you like coming out here to Jeep Beach.
I've been here since Wednesday.
Yeah.
I've been riding Jeeps from about 2015. About 2 years ago, overlanding caught my eye, and I decided to start building my own rig.
Yeah.
So I've been working on it ever since, the last 2.5 years. I'm a mechanic by trade, so I just kind of save a little bit of money and just start putting everything into it.
Awesome. It looks like a pretty capable rig. I mean, you've got almost everything outfitted on the Jeep that you could possibly have, it looks like. Tell us about some of the stuff here, starting in the front.
Well, in the front, I did some of the solar panel stuff. I have to keep my refrigerator and my lights and everything else powered, so I've admitted 2 extra batteries in the vehicle. I've had to upgrade the suspension based on all the extra weight that you put on the vehicle.
Yep.
So it's a little bit of learning process, a lot of YouTubing, a lot of turning wrenches.
Oh, absolutely, man.
And
Yeah, it looks super cool. You take it any other events or out camping?
Usually we do the, it's called the Florida Fat, which is the Florida Adventure Trail.
Yeah.
It's about 1,200 miles that we trail into and kind of register everything in. We do a lot of trips down to Tampa and Key West, where we all get together and, get a bunch of people doing their thing.
Yeah. So you got a big brush guard and some lighting out here in the front, the rock guards and some steps. I think what's really the most striking thing is the tent on top. You look very self-contained. I mean, you got your cooler, you got your sleeping, you got lighting. I heard you say in the beginning you have a refrigerator on board as well.
Power inverter, I have portable water.
Yeah.
Basically, I can go out for 7 days and not have to do anything but put gas in it.
Oh, that's awesome. And I'm sure that the solar panel helps with that as well. Keep those batteries charged up so you can keep running all your accessories. Super cool, man. We appreciate your time, Ray.
Definitely.
Thanks for coming and showing us what it's all about. We really love your enthusiasm, and it's really awesome to see people with such passion come out here and enjoying the event.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much. We found an awesome vehicle behind us. We stopped behind the Motobuilt tent. We've seen Michael. We wanted to ask him a couple questions about the rig right here. It looks like we've got a really cool Jeep Gladiator outfitted with a ton of the Motobuilt parts.
Absolutely. It's a 2022 diesel Gladiator. We've used this to R&D a lot of parts that we've been producing. About a year ago, we came out with our bob bed for this. And that is a bed replacement that increases the departure angle, a hardcore off-road piece to give you additional clearance and protection. A lot of people want to keep the storage area in the back, so you still have a bed here that's fully functional.
Yep.
We offer a lot of parts for it. We have our bed rail system, our tire care system, our molly panel system, all designed to work together with this bob bed. This current vehicle has 43-inch Mickey Thompson Baja Pro XS's. Features our weld-on rocker guards and sliders. We have our own Highline fender. It's the industry first Highline steel fender for the Jeep Gladiator, JL, and JT platform. We're also coming out with the same product for JK and JKU as well.
Okay.
This features our Tomahawk frame chop front bumper. It's the highest clearance bumper that you have available on the market. So for the serious off-roaders wanting to get that extra clearance, this is the piece for you.
Yeah, I bet you it gives a great approach angle.
Absolutely.
You go up to about anything.
Yep.
Yeah, with that big winch too. And I see this truck here, I'm sure you guys, I know you guys don't make suspension parts, but it's got these big Dana axles on it, 8 lugs.
So we up front we got a Dana 60,
Yeah.
and in the rear we got a 14 bolt.
Okay.
So big, huge axles on it, 513 gears, fusion axles.
Yeah.
Features a rock crawler suspension, king shocks. We got Dirty Life wheels on it. Baja designs everywhere because we like Baja designs. They're fantastic light.
Yeah.
And we're really happy with the way this has turned out.
Cool. And you guys have, I see another vehicle over here with a lot of your parts on it too. Very similar, it's another Gladiator.
Yep, so this one's got a little bit different approach. This is more of a kind of like a lifestyle vehicle, someone that still wants to use their vehicle. This is my personal vehicle, so I use it for a lot of different things. My daughter's into motocross, so we can throw the dirt bike in the back, put an awning on the top, turn it out, so we have some shade from the sun.
Yeah,
but a lot of similar parts are on this. The rocker guards are very similar. We got a skid plate system that fully protects it underneath. This bed is different, however, this is a full length bed, so it gives us the full 5 feet capacity that you'd have on a stock bed. Plus we also have a 12-degree departure angle over the stock style bumper. Stock bumper as well. So again, it's got 3/16 construction. You can beat this thing with a baseball bat, rock it up against a
So the whole
obstacle.
bed on this is full replacement.
Yeah, so the entire back bed here is a full replacement. Even the floor, everything we send out.
So you unbolt the whole thing off the chassis.
And this can be done at your home. You don't need to have it taken any place. The only thing you'll need to do is have it painted.
Okay.
Or if you want to, you can paint it yourself.
Yeah.
But everything is easily installable by doing it in your garage. These also feature the lockable storage, so you can put lots of stuff inside. I keep all my recovery gear over here. I keep all my power tank supplies on the other side, along with some additional fluids that we may need on the trail, power steering, brake clean, stuff like that.
You guys got a cooler attachment on this thing or what?
We have our molly panel system that goes to the back. We are working on additional products for this.
Yeah.
So expect new stuff coming out for this all the time. We have a bed rack system as well for the bob bed and the long bed. We have our roof rack system on this vehicle, which allows us to mount the awning. This features the same Highline fenders in the front, but a little bit different bumper. Not as extreme as the Tomahawk that we see over there.
Right, a little bit less aggressive.
Yep.
Super cool.
And this is still stock axles. So this is Dana 44 front and rear, stock Rubicon, still 410 gears. So we are still using those currently, but it's going to go to 513 or 538 in the future.
Cool. The awnings and stuff like that, are they only for this model Jeep, or do you have them for other models too?
So the awning is just a universal awning that is purchasable on Amazon or your local overland supplier.
Okay.
This particular one is Overland Vehicle Systems. It's their 180-degree awning, and we offer an awning bracket system for our roof rack, so you can pretty much mount just about any awning you want on it.
Okay. That's pretty cool. And where do we find your products? How do we find them?
Motobuilt.com.
Yeah.
All of our products are located online.
Awesome. Michael, thanks for showing us around, and appreciate your time and showing us what it's about. All right, we are here in the Jeep Club section. So we have clubs from all over Florida gathered here, parking together. So we're gonna take a cruise around and see what all the Jeepers of South Florida, North Florida, Daytona, and even further north and south have to offer. So let's take a cruise around and see what's out here. So obviously there's Jeeps from every era. I mean, you got a couple of mid-2000 style Jeeps. Here's a JK. Probably one of my favorites when the Jeeps came back. And there's plenty of different varieties out here. This one's nice and mud covered. Looks like he's been having some fun. Got a pretty big tire. So you know that thing's capable of crawling out of a lot of sticky situations. Really cool set of KMC beadlock wheels on there. This one's got the Jeep Beach livery on it. Oh, plenty of ducks. I'm pretty new to the Jeep scene. I don't know about the ducks, but apparently it's kind of like a, I don't know, what do they trade them off? I don't even know. Got some people chilling, relaxing, escaping the heat. The Gladiator Rubicon. This one's super eclectic. It's got the soft windows and removable doors on it. Big light bar. Obviously, this man's midlife crisis. Out here at Jeep Beach, there are people representing, I think, over every state in the continental US, so that's really cool. Drawing people from all over. Last year here at Jeep Beach, there was over 200,000 attendees and over 20,000 Jeeps showed up here. So I wonder what the count's gonna be this year. It seems like it's pushing it to those numbers this year too. I've seen so many cool Jeeps out here. Oh, very fitting, very beachy themed Jeep here at Jeep Beach. Got some turtles and some shells. It's even got seagulls and dolphins. People get very personal with their Jeeps. You can tell a lot about people's personalities and what they like. They really come out. Look at this. It's like a pearl grill. That is not a Jeep. Get out of here. You're too classy, Escalade. You're too classy. There you go. Blacked out Jeep. Looks like Shredder from the Ninja Turtles with that hood. Yeah, there's definitely everything here as far as Jeep flavors. There's everything from the mild, almost stock Jeeps to wild apocalypse Jeeps. Look at this thing. It's very apocalypse Mad Max style. Oh, they got a picture of Kanye on there. Not sure what that has to do with it, but is he in there? Zombie apocalypse Jeep. Got gnarly Gatling guns on the front of it. This guy's style's really showing out here. It's like dead bodies in the back. They're not real dead bodies. I think it's a prop. I hope. Got a classic Jeep over here. Big lift, big Dana style axles, front and rear, 8 lug. I'm not sure about the frame, if it's all what it's based. I mean, I guess it's the frame from this truck, but everything else has changed on it. 4-link in the front and the back. Wonder what kind of engine's under the hood. I can't tell. It's a V6 of some sort. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Black wheels, copper paint. Look, shocks, big shock mounts coming through the bed. Thing's got a bunch of suspension travel. St. Lucie Jeepers, right out of St. Lucie, Florida. ORI struts on it. Big Smitty built recovery winch on the front. PSC steering components. It's really cool to see such an eclectic variety of Jeeps when you come out to these events. And props to all these owners for bringing these things out of here. That's a wrap on this year's 2023 Jeep Beach. As you can see, the festivities ended a little bit earlier. A little bit of thunderstorms rolled in the area, but that's nothing new for Daytona Beach. Make sure you guys stay subscribed to the Tread YouTube channel to make sure you guys keep up to date on all the off-road awesomeness. And, oh, we'll see you later.